Hey there folks, welcome to the Photo Video Show where we explore all things DSLR. I'm your host Mark Puckett, and on today's program I just wanted to give you some advice. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube and I noticed that so much of it is actually only geared towards gear. So many people put so much emphasis on what you have and what you don't have that sometimes it can almost make you feel like you're never going to do anything awesome unless you have really awesome shit. And that's not true. You as a creative person always have the power. The creativity is inside you. It's inside you. Okay, so maybe it's not inside you, but it's a part of you. And when I say inside you, I'm not meaning like a Ron Jeremy inside of a porn chick kind of thing. I'm talking about it's a part of who you are. Lenses and the cameras and the tripods and the lighting systems, they're all just tools. They're an extension, not that kind of tool either.
High-priced gear is for dudes with too much money and not enough brains.
Extensions of who you are. They should be used as such. You know, the saw didn't create the deck. The saw didn't create the wood. You know, the hammer didn't build the building. The hammer didn't create the building. Wait, what? That didn't make any sense. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. You did. You just used the tools, and that creativity came out in the process. Don't focus so much on the gear aspect of filmmaking and photography. It really has to do more with your inner creative self. And you should let that flow as much as possible. Use what you already have and make some good stuff. Second of all, I wanted to talk really briefly about editing. Now, if you're a photographer, you have lots of different choices. There are lots of image editing programs out there. But let me assure you that you don't need to have Photoshop. You don't need to have a $800 program in order to do a lot of the things that you do. If you are on a budget or no budget, there is plenty of alternatives out there, such as GIMP, Aperture, which is only about $300. There's Photoshop Elements. So let me just say this, there are plenty of alternatives out there, whether you're on a Mac or a Windows machine. And for you video guys and girls out there, there are plenty of alternatives for you as well. You don't always have to have Final Cut Pro. You don't always have to have Sony Vegas Pro or whatever the hell it's called. iMovie comes with every Mac. Windows Movie Maker comes with every Windows PC. You have options and plenty of them. And don't let anyone tell you that you can't create what you want to create. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna not do so good. There are plenty of different ways that you can accomplish your videography projects with some level of awesomeness because these programs actually work extremely well. Should you ever need some extra power, some extra boost, then go ahead and boot the bill for the higher priced software. But don't think that you can't accomplish your task just because you're not using expert pro software. It's totally unnecessary. You know, if you don't have it, it doesn't mean you're like Charlie Sheen without his princesses or goddesses or whatever he's calling them these days. You can still get your job done. And you don't have to blow your wad. And finally, let's talk about creativity. Now, I know that a lot of these programs and softwares and stuffs with a lot of different filters and effects and stuff like that, but honestly, don't overdo any of that stuff. Please, I'm begging you, don't use them. Goddamn plane. If you want to improve your skill, if you want to improve your technique, try improving what actually comes out of the camera naturally. Improve your technique and increase your skill level, and I can promise you, you'll be shooting like a Spielberg in no time. The fact is that most people just try to overprocess everything that they do. Sketchy filters, embossed filters, all garbage. All of that stuff is novelty. You'll never see that in a major motion picture. Just stop using that stupid stuff because it's like dumb and stuff. To review, you don't always have to have the very best of everything in order to be ultra creative in your chosen artistic field. Don't always focus so much on what you have. What? That's not right. So don't always focus so much on what you don't have, focus more so on what you do have. And whatever you do, don't worry so much about what the pros think. You guys are awesome and you have a lot of creativity inside. You should utilize it. So pick up those cameras, go outside and make something awesome. Use your friends, use your family to help you out in creating whatever it is that you have in your heart, mind, and soul. But lenses and cameras are not going to make your video or your photo project materialize by themselves. They need you and your creative perspective in order to make it a reality. So I want to thank everyone again for stopping here at the Photo Video Show. I hope you found the information useful and handy. And please be our friends, be our pals on Facebook and Twitter. Also comment, rate, and subscribe. We'll see you guys again next time.